Hey y'all, I'm Abby, More Than Just Skin, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad you took some time out of your day to spend a little bit of time with me. So I'm continuing on with my collection videos. I love watching these videos. It kind of gives you a nice review of a lot of products at one time. So that is what I'm going to do today, and I'm diving into my bronzer collection. So like I said in my blush collection video, this is not considering face palettes. Anything that have 2 or more products, I'm going to put in a different video. That is going to be with face palettes. So these are all single bronzers. Some of them are mini sizes and some of them are full sizes. So we are going to dive in and get started. So if you are interested in seeing my bronzer collection, then hit that subscribe button and here we go. Okay, we are going to start with minis. Now, some of these I have gotten in point perks. Some of them I have gotten in collections, but these are my bronzer minis, and a lot of them are very well used. I like them a lot. Some of them I think that if you are wanting to try a bronzer, you can definitely purchase a smaller size to kind of see what you think about it. So the first one is this one by Tarte, and this is the Park Avenue Princess. This is a bronzer that has a sheen to it. I really do like this bronzer, and bronzers are not the easiest to swatch, but you can see it's very golden. It has a nice golden sheen to it, and I really enjoy this. I haven't worn it that much. I got this in, I think, a Sephora Favorites kit, but I will definitely be reaching for this in the future. I have 2 of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzers. They are just in different packaging. This one is older. You can see it's kind of looking worse for wear. So I'm going to open the plastic one. This is just a good staple to have in your collection. It is kind of a more neutral tone bronzer. I also like wearing this in my crease to kind of give me some contour on my eyes, but I think that this is just a gorgeous bronzer. You can kind of use this a little bit it's a little warm tone to contour with, but I think you can get away with contouring with that one as well. Staying on that same vein, this is a Hoola bronzer. This is definitely more, you can tell I have loved this one, and one of the reasons I have is because I have used this to contour some. It is very similar. I think it might be a tad bit cooler than the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, but it is a beautiful bronzer nonetheless. I don't really love the packaging in the full size in the box, so I don't think I will ever purchase the full size, but I do enjoy this smaller size. I have a Laura Mercier. This is in Bronze 03. Their bronzers are gorgeous. I have gone through many of these, and I'm looking for me a finger. I will use that one, but it is just such a gorgeous bronzer. You can see it's a little bit warmer than some of the rest of these, and for it to be 03, it's really not that dark. I have the full size in 02, and I will swatch that in a little bit, but this is just a gorgeous bronzer. I'm going to keep this one out so I can swatch it again when I have out the 02 so I can show you the difference. This is the Becca bronzer, and this is in the shade Capri Coast. I got this in a Sephora Favorites as well. It is gorgeous. It definitely has a sheen to it, but y'all, this just feels so nice and creamy. It just has a gorgeous sheen, which I think is beautiful for summer. I have the full size in another shade, so like the Laura Mercier, I'm going to leave this one out so I can swatch it beside it so you can see the difference. I also have this Bobbi Brown bronzer, and this is in the shade Medium 2. This is a gorgeous bronzer that definitely pulls a little, you can see it's a little darker. I think it's a little warmer, but it is a gorgeous bronzer. It's so creamy. I can't get over how nice it feels. It's just a really nice bronzer. And lastly, on the minis, I purchased this one in the mini size because the full size is so expensive, and y'all, I can't really justify getting a full one because I haven't even hit pan, on this little one. This is Luminous Bronze Light by Hourglass. You talking about creamy, it feels great, and look at that. The color is stunning. Where all of these look similar, to me this one just really stands out. It's definitely got a golder sheen to it. It's more golden, it's bronze. It is absolutely beautiful, and I love this little mini bronzer. Staying with some high-end bronzers. This is a Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in the shade Bronze. This really should have been in the highlight video, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like swatched, and this is how it looks up here. To me, it's just a beautiful, but it definitely gives you more shimmer and more sheen, but it is gorgeous, and I don't consider that a highlight. I consider that a bronzer. It is gorgeous. Next up is this Bare Minerals one. This is a Marnie Made Me Do It. This is in the shade Medium. I had heard Marnie rave about this. It is gorgeous. It also gives you a little bit of a sheen, but it definitely pulls more cool to neutral. So that's why I have not been reaching for it so much this summer, but I think this will be beautiful to reach for in the fall and winter. But that's it right there. It is gorgeous. Another product that I reach for a lot, and to me this is just a staple, this is kind of a cult favorite, I reach for this a lot in the summertime. This is MAC Give Me Sun, because it definitely pulls warmer. You can see right there, it gives you that color that for me is beautiful for the summer. It's just kind of like the color that the sun would naturally give my face. This is beautiful. This is MAC Give Me Sun. Another one that is newer to me, this is a Note Cosmetics in the shade number 20 bronzing powder. This was a Mandy, the makeup artist, Mandy MUA, recommended this, and y'all, she could not have been more right. It is gorgeous. It pulls warmer, gold. It is beautiful, and it doesn't break the bank. I think it comes in around $11, and look how much product you get. A much more recent purchase for me is the Marc Jacobs Tintastic bronzer. I have to admit that I purchased this mainly for the packaging because it's beautiful. It's rose gold, it's white, and it is this huge, huge bronzer. I have to confess, I have not used it much. You can still see the divots really well, but I am going to use it more. It is a cooler bronzer. It is right there. That is the reason why I have not been wearing it a lot this summer. This is a bronzer that I think I will reach for constantly in the fall and the winter, but it's a little cooler than I like to wear in the summer. I like to go a little bit warmer like the Note one, or down here like the Hourglass one. I like to be just a little bit warmer in the summertime, but this is one that I think will be beautiful in the fall and winter, and also nice to contour with. Okay, so I picked up a few of the Urban Decay Beached bronzers. This one is in the shade Sun Kissed, and you can see it right there. This is kind of, to me, like the perfect shade for summer because you have a little bit more of that reddy undertone, which to me is what the sun does to my face. So to look a little bit more natural, I like to use shades like this in the summertime. These are very creamy. I also have the shade Bronze. It too is just gorgeous. Like I said, they're very creamy. You can see Bronze is a little darker and a little cooler, but they're both really pretty, and they really are gorgeous to mix them. Let me show you. Of course, that's just overkill. No one really needs to do that. But if you're going to mix them, that is kind of how it looks. So it is very, that is kind of how it looks mixed. So it's just gorgeous. And those are by Urban Decay. Next up, I have a Too Faced Sweet Pie. Now, this is weird, y'all. I really don't know why I bought it. This one, and I try to use it, but you see, okay, so you have this lattice. So you have darker bronzers out here. You have kind of warmer, yet some shimmery bronzers in the middle. You have a little bit of blush, and you also have highlight. It's beyond weird. So I try to swirl my brush in it completely, and this is what you get. It's very bizarre. It's like you can see you have kind of a more of a blush shade. So I find what I do for this is when I'm wanting to go a little more natural, what I do is I will bronze my face up, and then I just put this on top more kind of like a blush. But that is Sweetie Pie. It smells great, I will say that. Okay, so one of my all-time favorite bronzers is NARS, or I'm sorry, I want to say NARS Orgasm, I've got that on the brain. NARS Laguna. You can see I've hit pan. I'm going to need another one. I think the reason I love this one so much is because you can contour with it. It's not too warm. It gives you a gorgeous sheen. To me, it's just kind of like the best bronzer out there. I will definitely be purchasing another one of these when I run out. It is so incredibly gorgeous. Okay, so I told you I had a full size of the Becca bronzer. This is in the shade Bronzed Bondi. Now, to me, this one is perfect for me for the summertime because you have that reddish undertone. So now I'm going to show you the difference between that and then Capri Coast. So you can see Capri Coast pulls golder. We have Bronze Bondi that pulls a little bit redder. So those are those two, but they are both just gorgeous. They are so creamy. If you're looking to invest in a good bronzer for the summer, I highly recommend Becca. I mean, they just really they can't be beat. This is the Laura Mercier, and this is in the shade number 2. This is what it looks like, and now I'm going to show you what I swatched earlier was number 3. So you can see, I mean, to be honest, I can't really tell much of a difference. Number 3, I guess, is a hair darker, but y'all, they are so similar and they are both gorgeous. Now we are going to end, y'all, with Drugstore. I am a huge Drugstore fan. I love the Drugstore, and for the longest time I didn't think you could get a good solid bronzer at the Drugstore, but I think those days are now over. One that I have been wearing so much in the winter months is this one by e.l.f. called Golden. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that could be like a setting powder. But y'all, it is so buildable and so gorgeous. And for the winter and spring months, for me, it was just beautiful. It's so creamy. For the price, you really can't beat it. So recently I picked up the shade Warm. Since I liked Golden so much, why not try Warm? It's a hair darker. Let's see. And this is what it looks like. Actually, when I swatch it, it actually doesn't look darker. It actually looks lighter. So I'm not really sure about that, but I haven't really gotten around to playing with this a whole lot, but it just has a really pretty sheen to it as well. And for the price, which I think is under $5, you really can't beat those. Next up are 2 by Milani. Now the first one I picked up was 09 Dolce. This one ended up being slightly too light on its own for me. These are baked bronzers, but if you can see it's very gold, and for me it just didn't give enough payout on my face. So what I like to do is mix this one with this redder tone, which is 04 Glow. And these are not the easiest to open. So you take that, and you can see that is what it looks like. And what I normally do is I take my brush, I'm trying to find me a good finger. Let me wipe some off. And I just kind of mix the two, and then we have it right here. So that's how I wear these two, but you definitely don't have to do that. Both of these are gorgeous. They're just gorgeous in 2 different shades. Let me down here where you can find 2 different shades. And lastly, really needs no introduction. This is the Butter Bronzer in the shade I think it's just Bronzer. And you talking about creamy, this is gorgeous. And I just remembered when I did that, I forgot a bronzer. I've got to run go get. But it definitely pulls cooler toned. This is one that you probably could definitely contour with. And another thing, I love the smell. If you hate smells, you're not going to like it because it smells of summer. But to me, this is not good for the summer. For me, I like this more in the spring and the winter, but it is a beautiful bronzer. So I have to run get one more. Not sure what I was thinking for getting this one. It definitely would not be a bronzer video without the Chanel Tan Day Chanel. It is so creamy, and it's the universal bronzer right there. It is beautiful. I really need to be reaching for that more this time of year because it pulls that color that I really like. So that is the Chanel bronzer that is just kind of, I would consider it a cult classic. So yeah, so that is the video. That's my bronzer collection. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. I would love to have you back here on a regular basis. And as always, I hope this video finds you having a fantastic day and a great week, and I will see you all soon. Bye, y'all.